I live in a pretty purple area. I'm seeing a lot of unification between people that are blue and red because over the Ukraine situation. And like, I know the midterms are going to have a low voter turnout. At the same time, I feel like there's going to be, I don't want to say less attacks. Of course, there's going to be all these ridiculous attacks that go against Democrats for good or ill by the Republicans. But I'm just wondering, like, is this potentially something that can like soften the blow for the midterms coming up?
Well, I know you're asking Sam's opinion on this, but I'll jump in for a sec.
I'll let you go.
Yeah, of course.
I'll let you go and Emma will answer. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, my opinion on this is like, we don't know how the conflict is going to go. In terms of like how long this is going to happen. An extended war you can't predict how voters are going to respond because we don't know what circumstances lie ahead. But I will say this, did you notice the flip from Republicans from last week on Putin?
I let him go.
Oh, you let him go. Oh, sorry. I was waiting for a response. I mean, like, they completely shifted. Tucker Carlson on Friday was like praising Putin. There were some elected Republicans whose names are escaping me that were also a little bit more sympathetic about it, cheering him on more openly. Laura Ingraham as well. And then you have them all standing in unison last night as Biden is standing in solidarity with Ukraine. They got some terrible poll numbers back about their support for Putin. I think that they saw the writing on the wall. Tucker flipped completely this week.
The Daily Show did a bit that was sort of funny in that regard. It was called Tyrannical, and it was like see if you can find that. Actually, I don't know if we can play that because of Viacom, but Tyrannical, it captured some of that like hard turn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the ideology is one thing, but they can't get in the way of the amount of money that's going to be spent on defense in the coming. Like, I listened to Jordan Peterson's show. He had an American Enterprise Institute guy on, and the message was we need to start spending on defense. And I know we have been spending on defense, but we need to spend a lot more.
I also think a big part of it, and look, I just want to say this, this qualifier, caveat up front, when people are being killed in an invasion, it is a little shitty to talk about the political implications domestically. But, that is... that's what we do here, and I'm in this show. We talk about politics. So I'll just say this: like, I think they realized that. I think the Republicans realized, frankly, that there's a couple of swing states, Michigan, Ohio, maybe some others, where you have a fairly sizable Ukrainian American population, and that they can't afford. I mean. Michigan, we're talking tens of thousands of people have determined Michigan results in the past couple of elections. And you're talking, I don't know, what is it, like 60,000 Ukrainian Americans in that in Michigan, maybe 30 or 40,000, maybe more, 60,000 in Ohio too. This is,
it's not a small constituency. I mean, they can get away with like complete callousness towards Afghans, for example. But in the United States, there's a sizable constituency for Ukrainian Americans, and also just like general Americans that standing with Putin in this regard runs contrary to like the flag waving that Republicans want to be behind. So like Trump's initial support for him also too is a liability if this continues. But again, as Sam said, like that shouldn't be the focus, but I'm just trying to answer your question a bit more thoroughly.
And I will add that, like I said at the top of this, I think the Biden's advisors, the idea that he could spend half the State of the Union talking about that, I think is helpful. It's hard to know what's going to happen 6 months out from now. Hopefully this whole thing will be resolved and there will be, some peaceful resolution to this as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just on this note, I just happened to look at the top 20 U.S. communities with the highest percentage of people claiming Ukrainian ancestry in Pennsylvania. I mean, that's locked up if this has an impact because it's most of the cities. North Dakota also represented quite highly.
42,000 in Ohio, 39,000 in Michigan. I mean, these are margins of victory. Pennsylvania, how many was it in Pennsylvania? I mean, Pennsylvania also very. I mean, these are key swing states.
Yeah.
122,000.
Yeah, I mean, this is Republicans shifted awful quick.
Yep.
Awful quick. I mean, you play a little bit of that tyrannical. I mean, it's sort of funny.
From the Daily Show.
This is from the here we go.
Conservative who praised Vladimir Putin and now wish you hadn't? Then you need Tylenol, the drug that makes you forget you applauded a tyrant who is now slaughtering civilians. This miracle pill can help you go from this.
It might be worth asking, why do I hate Putin so much? Why do I care what's going on in the conflict between Ukraine and Russia? And why shouldn't I root for Russia, which I am?
To this.
Vladimir Putin started this war. He is to blame for what we're seeing tonight in Ukraine.
Incredible. Tylenol works by invading your sovereign mind and attacking any previously held memories or beliefs. Just listen to
that. I mean,
God, Mike Pompeo is unrecognizable.
Yeah, Pompeo is really like
really slimmed down.
This is sort of like what Chris Christie did too. Do you remember that when Chris Christie got his got his stomach stapled to run for president? And
he looks the same.
And then realized like, oh, damn it, I just ended up being Donald Trump's errand boy.